Before we dive in, if you've ever dealt with family betrayal or financial manipulation, you're not alone. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this story takes some unexpected turns. You won't want to miss what happens when the truth finally comes out. Now, let's get into it. The first call comes on a Tuesday morning while I'm making coffee in my studio apartment in Denver. Unknown number. I almost don't answer. Hello, is this Mia Rodriguez? The voice is professional, clipped. Yes, who's calling? This is Jennifer from Capital Recovery Services. I'm calling about your overdue Visa account ending in 4729. You're currently 90 days past due on a balance of $12,147. I set my coffee mug down slowly. There must be some mistake. I don't have a Visa card. According to our records, this account was opened in your name on March 15, 2021. The billing address is listed as 2847 Maple Drive in Phoenix, Arizona. My mother's address, the house I grew up in. That's not my address. I live in Denver. I've lived here for 3 years. Ma'am, are you saying you didn't open this account? I'm saying I have no idea what you're talking about. She sighs like she's heard this before. I'm going to send you documentation via email. If you believe this is fraudulent, you'll need to file a police report and submit it to us, along with an identity theft affidavit. After she hangs up, I sit on my kitchen floor, coffee forgotten. My hands shake as I pull up my credit report on my phone. The screen loads. My stomach drops. 7 credit cards I didn't open. Total balance, $47,293. All opened within the last 2 years. All with my mother's address. I scroll through the accounts with numb fingers. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. Store cards from Nordstrom, Macy's, Target. Every single one maxed out. Every single one in collections. My credit score has plummeted from 740 to 510. I call Mom. It goes straight to voicemail. I try again. Same thing. I text her. We need to talk. Call me immediately. 3 hours pass. Nothing. I call my older sister, Carmen. She answers on the 3rd ring. Have you talked to Mom lately? I ask without preamble. Not since last week. Why? What's wrong? I think she stole my identity. I'm looking at $50,000 in credit card debt I didn't create. Silence. Then, oh my God. Mia, are you sure? All the accounts list her address. Carmen, what do I do? You need to go to Phoenix. You need to confront her face to face. The flight to Phoenix feels endless. I've called Mom 17 more times. Every call goes to voicemail. I've texted. No response. Carmen can't come with me. She has 2 kids and a husband and a job she can't leave on short notice. So I'm flying alone to confront the woman who gave birth to me about stealing my identity. The Uber drops me at Mom's house at 3 p.m. Her car is in the driveway. She's home. I use my old key. The one she insisted I keep. For emergencies, she'd said. The house smells like vanilla candles and betrayal. Mom? I call out. She appears from the kitchen, dish towel in hand. Freezes when she sees me. Mia. What are you doing here? We need to talk. I drop my bag by the door. About the 7 credit cards you opened in my name. Her face does something complicated. Shock melts into guilt, then hardens into defensiveness. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't. I pull out my phone, show her the credit report. Don't lie to me. Not about this. She glances at the screen, then looks away. Where did you get that? It's my credit report, Mom. My credit that you destroyed. $50,000. How could you do this to me? She sits down heavily at the kitchen table. I was going to pay it back. When? I'm shaking now. When were you going to pay it back? Before or after you ruined my credit score? before or after the debt collector started calling. I was going through a hard time. Her voice is small. After. Your father left. After I lost my job, I didn't know what else to do. You didn't know what else to do besides commit fraud? Besides steal from your own daughter? I needed help. Her eyes fill with tears. I was drowning. The mortgage, the car payment, the bills. I couldn't keep up. So you decided to drown me instead? I thought I'd have it paid off before you ever found out. She reaches for my hand. I thought I'd get a new job. Thought I'd fix it. I pull away. You thought you'd get away with it? That's not fair. Fair? I'm 26 years old. I was saving for a house. I have a good job, good credit, a plan for my future. And you destroyed all of it in 2 years. I was desperate. There were other options. Food banks, government assistance, bankruptcy. But instead, you chose to commit identity theft against your own child. She's crying now, real tears streaming down her face. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mia. I never meant for it to go this far. How far did you mean for it to go? I sit across from her. Walk me through it. When did you open the first card? She wipes her eyes. About 2 years ago, right after your father left. The divorce was so expensive. The lawyers, the fees. I was behind on everything. So you used my social security number? I still had it. From when you were younger. I just thought I'd use it to open one card, just to get through a rough patch. One card turned into 7. Things kept getting worse. She's not looking at me now. The car broke down. The roof started leaking. I needed dental work. It spiraled. Did you ever think about asking me for help? Did it ever occur to you to just tell me you were struggling? You have your own life, your own bills. I didn't want to be a burden, so you became a criminal instead. The word lands between us like a grenade. That's harsh, she whispers. It's accurate. What you did is a felony, Mom. Identity theft. Fraud. I could have you arrested. Her head snaps up. You wouldn't. Wouldn't I? You stole from me. You ruined my credit. You made me responsible for debt I didn't create. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't file a police report right now. Because I'm your mother. And I'm your daughter. That should have protected me from this, not made me an easier target. We sit in silence. The kitchen clock ticks. Outside, a neighbor's dog barks. What do you want me to do? She finally asks. I want you to tell me everywhere you used my information. Every card, every purchase, everything. She gets up slowly, walks to her bedroom, returns with the accordion folder, drops it on the table. It's all in here. Every statement, every bill. I open the folder. Papers spill out. Credit card statements, collection notices, final warnings, page after page of proof. I spend 3 hours going through it all. Mom sits across from me, silent as I catalog her betrayal. The Visa card, used for groceries, utilities, car repairs. $12,147. The MasterCard. Dental work, new tires, house repairs. $8,934. The American Express. Furniture, a new TV, clothes, $11,256. On and on. Every card tells the same story. My mother chose her comfort over my future. When I'm done, I look up at her. You know I can't pay this. I know. You know this will follow me for years. Affect my ability to buy a house, get a car loan, maybe even get certain jobs. I know. She's crying again. I'm so sorry. Sorry doesn't fix my credit score. Sorry doesn't make the debt disappear. What do you want me to do? Tell me, and I'll do it. I want you to take responsibility. I pull out my phone. I'm going to record this. I need you to admit, on camera, exactly what you did. Mia, please. This isn't negotiable. Either you confess now, or I file a police report and let the court sort it out. She stares at me for a long moment, then nods. I hit record. State your name, I say. Patricia Rodriguez. And your relationship to me? I'm your mother. Tell me what you did. She takes a shaky breath. I opened 7 credit cards in your name without your knowledge or permission. I used your social security number and personal information. I charged approximately $50,000 across these accounts. I made minimum payments for a while, but then I stopped paying. The accounts went to collections. Why did you do it? I was in financial trouble after my divorce. I thought I could pay it back before you found out. I was wrong. Do you understand that what you did was illegal? Yes. Do you understand that you've damaged my credit and my financial future? Yes. Her voice breaks. I'm so sorry, Mia. I'm so incredibly sorry. I stop recording. Here's what's going to happen, I say. You're going to work with me to file police reports. You're going to admit to the credit card companies and collection agencies that this was fraud. You're going to sign affidavits. You're going to do everything necessary to clear my name. But I'll be arrested. Probably. That's the consequence of committing fraud. I'm your mother. You'd really send me to jail. You sent yourself to jail the moment you opened that first card in my name. She starts sobbing. Full, body-racking sobs. I feel nothing. The part of me that would comfort her, that would soften and give in, died sometime in the last 3 hours while reading through the evidence of her betrayal. I have another option, she says through tears. I wait. What if I declare bankruptcy? She looks up at me with desperate eyes. If I file for bankruptcy, the debts get discharged. Your name gets cleared. That's not how identity theft works, Mom. The debts are in my name. Your bankruptcy doesn't help me. But if I admit to the fraud first, if I take responsibility before you file police reports, maybe we can work with the credit card companies directly. I consider this. The lawyer I consulted on the flight said the same thing, that we could try to resolve it without criminal charges if the perpetrator cooperated fully. If I do this, I say, slowly, if I agree not to press charges, you do exactly what I say. No arguments, no excuses, no trying to minimize what you did. Anything. You contact every single creditor. You admit the fraud. You sign whatever documents they need. You work with me to get these accounts removed from my credit report. Okay. And Mom? I lean forward. If you ever use my information again for anything, I will file charges. I will testify against you. I will watch them put you in handcuffs, and I won't lose a minute of sleep. Are we clear? She nods, unable to speak. Over the next 2 weeks, I stay in Phoenix. Sleep in my childhood bedroom that still has posters from high school on the walls. Work remotely during the day. Spend evenings and weekends cleaning up Mom's mess. We call every creditor together. I listen as she admits to fraud over and over. Some are sympathetic. Most are not. All of them want documentation. I file identity theft reports with the FTC. Request fraud alerts on my credit reports. Draft and notarize affidavits. Fill out so many forms my hand cramps. Carmen flies in for a weekend to help. She's furious with Mom. How could you do this to her? Carmen demands. Mia trusted you. I know. Mom won't look at either of us. Do you have any idea what you've put her through? The stress? The anxiety? She could have been denied housing, denied jobs, denied everything because of what you did. I said I know. Carmen turns to me. Are you really not pressing charges? I don't know yet. I'm still deciding. You should, Carmen says flatly. What she did was unforgivable. That night, I lie awake in my old bedroom. stare at the glow-in-the-dark stars I put on the ceiling when I was 12. I think about Mom teaching me to ride a bike, helping with homework, attending every school play and soccer game, crying when I graduated college. I think about those same hands filling out credit card applications with my stolen information, signing my name, deciding her financial crisis was more important than my financial future. Can both things be true? Can she be the mother who loved me and the criminal who betrayed me? My phone buzzes. A text from my friend Rachel. "How are you holding up?" "I don't know," I type back. I'm so angry. But she's still my mom. Anger is valid. Family doesn't give people the right to destroy you. The words sit on my screen. Family doesn't give people the right to destroy you. 3 weeks after arriving in Phoenix, I get confirmation from the last creditor. The account is flagged as fraud. Will be removed from my credit report within 60 days. My credit score won't bounce back immediately. The damage is done. But at least the trajectory is upward now. I book my return flight to Denver. The night before I leave, Mom makes dinner. My favorite. Enchiladas with homemade sauce. We eat in silence for a while. Then she speaks. "I've been seeing a therapist since all this happened." "That's good." She says I have a pattern of making impulsive decisions when I'm stressed, of not thinking through consequences. Sounds accurate. She recommended a financial counselor, too, to help me manage money better, make a budget, deal with debt in legal ways. I nod, not sure what she wants me to say. "I'm going to get a second job." She sets down her fork. "I'm going to pay you back. Every penny you spent on lawyers and fees. Every dollar you lost. It might take years, but I'll do it." Okay. And Mia? She meets my eyes for the first time in days. I know I can't undo what I did. I know I broke your trust. But I hope someday, maybe years from now, you might be able to forgive me. "I don't know if I can," I say, honestly. "Right now, I don't even want to try." She nods slowly. I understand. I need space. Time. Maybe a lot of time. I push food around my plate. And I need you to understand that our relationship is different now. You're not someone I can trust. You're not someone I can depend on. You're just someone who shares my DNA and did something terrible to me. Her face crumples. But she doesn't argue, doesn't make excuses. "I deserve that," she whispers. The flight back to Denver feels different than the flight to Phoenix. Lighter, somehow. The problem isn't solved, but at least it's being addressed. My phone rings as I'm waiting for my luggage. Unknown number. This is Mia. "Ms. Rodriguez, this is Thomas Chen from Denver Credit Union. I'm calling about your mortgage pre-approval application." My stomach drops. I applied for pre-approval 6 months ago, before I knew about the fraud, before my credit score tanked. "I'm very sorry, but we're unable to approve your application at this time. Your credit report shows several derogatory marks, and your score has decreased significantly since your initial application." I close my eyes. The house I was saving for, the future I was building. Gone. "I understand. Thank you for letting me know. You can reapply in 6 months. If your credit has improved by then, we can reassess." After I hang up, I stand in the baggage claim area and cry. Not dramatic sobbing, just quiet tears of exhaustion and grief for a future that's been delayed. An older woman approaches me. "Honey, are you okay?" "I'm fine." I wipe my eyes. "Just got some bad news. I'm sorry." She pats my arm gently. "Whatever it is, it'll work out. It always does eventually." I want to believe her. 6 months pass. My credit score climbs slowly. 510 to 547 to 583. The fraudulent accounts drop off one by one. Mom and I talk once a month. Brief, careful calls where she updates me on her therapy and her jobs. Plural. She's working full-time at a medical office and part-time at Target. She sends me $200 a month. It's not much against what this cost me, but it's something. Carmen thinks I'm being too soft on her. Dad, who I barely speak to, thinks I should have pressed charges. I don't know what I think. Mostly I'm just tired. My therapist, Dr. Walsh, asks me during a session what I'm feeling toward my mother. Anger, betrayal, confusion. I count them on my fingers. Grief for what our relationship used to be, or what I thought it was. Do you think you'll forgive her? I don't know. Does forgiveness mean pretending it didn't happen? Does it mean trusting her again? Because I don't think I can do either of those things. Forgiveness can mean a lot of things. It doesn't have to mean forgetting or trusting. Sometimes it just means choosing not to carry the anger anymore. I'm not ready for that yet. That's okay too. A year after the fraud discovery, I get an email from Capital Recovery Services, the first company that called me. Dear Ms. Rodriguez, we have completed our investigation of account ending in 4729. Based on the documentation you provided, this account has been determined to be fraudulent. The debt has been removed from your records. We apologize for any inconvenience this has caused. Inconvenience, as if having your identity stolen by your own mother is an inconvenience. But still, it's closure. One more piece of the nightmare behind me. My credit score hit 624. Not great, but climbing. I reapply for the mortgage pre-approval. Hold my breath for 2 weeks. The email comes on a Wednesday. Congratulations. You have been pre-approved for a home loan up to $285,000. I cry again. But this time, it's relief. Progress. Proof that I'm rebuilding what she tore down. I call Carmen first, then Dad, then my best friend. I don't call Mom. Not yet. I'm not ready to share this victory with her. It feels too much like letting her back into a part of my life she doesn't deserve access to. But I do text her. Got my mortgage pre-approval. Her response comes immediately. Oh, Mia, I'm so proud of you. I'm so sorry I delayed this. It's the most honest thing she said in months. 18 months after the fraud, Mom calls. Not our scheduled monthly call, an unscheduled, middle-of-the-week call. I almost don't answer, but something makes me pick up. Mia, I need to tell you something. Her voice is shaking. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. I need you to know that I finished paying off the last of my legitimate debts. The ones that were actually mine. I'm officially debt-free. That's great, Mom. And I enrolled in a community college course, personal finance. I want to understand money better. Want to make sure I never put myself or anyone else in this situation again. I'm glad you're doing that. Silence on the line. Then she speaks again, voice small. I know I don't deserve to ask this, but would you consider coming to Phoenix for Thanksgiving? Carmen and the kids are coming. I'd really like to have both my daughters here. My instinct is to say no, to protect myself, to maintain the distance. But 18 months of therapy has taught me something. Boundaries aren't the same as walls. I can show up for family dinner without giving her access to my social security number. I'll think about it, I tell her. That's all I ask. I do go to Thanksgiving. Fly to Phoenix on Wednesday, return on Friday. Quick trip. Limited exposure. Mom is different. Quieter. More careful with her words. She doesn't ask about my finances. Doesn't ask about my job or my apartment or anything that feels invasive. She's learned, finally, that information is a privilege. One she lost. Dinner is awkward, but not unbearable. Carmen's kids provide enough distraction that the adults don't have to talk much. After the kids go to bed, Mom, Carmen, and I sit in the living room, wine glasses in hand. I want to say something, Mom starts. To both of you. I know I've said I'm sorry 100 times, but I want you to understand something else. We wait. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't expect our relationships to go back to how they were. She looks at her wine glass. What I did was unforgivable. I stole from you, Mia. I lied to both of you for years. I prioritized my own comfort over your well-being. Carmen and I glance at each other. I'm not asking you to trust me. I'm not asking you to forget. I'm just asking for the chance to keep showing up, to keep doing better, to prove that I can be someone worth having in your lives, even if it's just at the edges. It's the most self-aware thing I've ever heard her say. You hurt me, I tell her, more than I thought it was possible for a parent to hurt their child. I know, and I don't trust you. I might never trust you again. Not the way I did before, I understand. But you're doing the work. You're acknowledging what you did. You're not making excuses anymore. I take a breath. So I'm willing to keep trying. Slowly, carefully, with a lot of boundaries. That's more than I deserve, she says. Yes, Carmen adds. It is. 2 years after the fraud discovery, my credit score hits 712. Not perfect, but good enough. I close on a townhouse in Denver. 2 bedrooms, small backyard. Mine. Mom sends a card. Congratulations on your new home. I'm so proud of you. Love, Mom. Inside is a check for $500. A housewarming gift, the note says. I stare at the check for a long time. Part of me wants to tear it up, to reject anything from her. But another part of me recognizes it for what it is. An attempt to give without taking. A gift that doesn't come with strings. I deposit the check, use it to buy curtains for my new living room. It's not forgiveness. Not exactly. But it's something. An acknowledgement that people can change. That relationships can evolve into something new, even if they can never return to what they were. 3 years after the fraud, I'm sitting in my townhouse when I get a call from an unknown number. This is Mia. Ms. Rodriguez, this is Detective Sarah Kim from the Phoenix Police Department. I'm calling about a case that was referred to our fraud division regarding identity theft. My stomach clenches. I never filed a police report. I don't understand. Who filed a report? Your mother. Patricia Rodriguez. She came into the station last week and confessed to committing identity theft against you. She provided full documentation and asked that we open a criminal investigation. Why would she do that? She said she wanted to take full responsibility for her actions, that she was tired of living with guilt. She asked specifically that you be notified. I sit down slowly. Is she going to be arrested? That depends on whether you want to press charges. Given that the debt has been resolved and significant time has passed, we're willing to close the case if you decline to prosecute. But if you do want to move forward, we have enough evidence to charge her with multiple felonies. I think about Mom, working 2 jobs, going to therapy, taking finance classes, sending me money every month for 3 years. I think about the woman she was when she stole from me. Desperate. Selfish. Willing to sacrifice her daughter's future for her own comfort. Think about the woman she's becoming. Accountable. Honest. Doing the hard work of change. I don't want to press charges, I tell Detective Kim. Are you sure? You have every right to. I'm sure. She's already facing consequences. She's already doing the work to make it right. I don't need the legal system to punish her. She's punishing herself enough. After the call ends, I text Mom. Detective Kim called me. 3 dots appear. Disappear. Appear again. Finally, her response. I'm sorry I didn't tell you first. I just needed to take responsibility. Officially. Completely. Even if it meant going to jail. Why now? because I couldn't live with knowing I'd gotten away with it. That the only reason I wasn't charged was because my daughter chose to protect me. I needed to stop being protected. I needed to own what I did. I stare at the message for a long time. Then I type back. I told them I don't want to press charges. Mia, you should. I deserve it. Probably. But I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me. Because I'm tired of this defining our relationship. I'm tired of being angry. I'm ready to move forward. Thank you. 2 words. But I can feel the weight behind them. If this story hit home, if you've ever had to choose between justice and peace, between punishment and forgiveness, hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment about how you'd handle this situation. And remember, healing doesn't mean forgetting what happened. It means choosing who you want to become despite it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.